For decades, we've all heard about the ironclad friendship between China and Pakistan, right? Well, that friendship is being tested like never before. A relentless wave of terrorist attacks targeting Chinese citizens is pushing this crucial alliance to the absolute brink.
And you've got to understand, the stakes here are massive. I mean, just think about this quote. If Pakistan can't get this under control, it's not just a security problem, it risks losing its biggest and really its only major ally. So what's actually on the line here?
It all comes down to this number, $60 billion. That is a staggering amount of money that China has poured into Pakistan. We're not just talking cash. This represents a shared vision for the entire region's future. And right now, that vision is a target.
So where's all that money going? Well, a huge chunk of that $60 billion is centered on one single, massive project, the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, what everyone calls CPEC. This is the absolute cornerstone of their relationship, and it's turned into a literal battleground.
So what is CPEC really? Well, it's the crown jewel of China's giant Belt and Road Initiative, their plan to build infrastructure all over the world. For Pakistan, this means brand new highways, massive power plants, and this incredibly strategic port at Gwadar. The whole idea is to completely transform Pakistan's economy.
But here's the problem. All that progress has put a target on the backs of Chinese workers. And make no mistake, this isn't random. It's a calculated, brutal pattern. You had the bus attack in Dasu back in 2021, then the bombing at Karachi University, and just recently, that ambush on an engineer's convoy. Each attack just cranks up the tension. Okay, so the big question is, why? Why is this happening? To really get it, we need to rewind a bit, because the roots of this unrest go way, way back. You can really trace it all back to 1979 and the Soviet-Afghan War. That conflict basically turned the whole region into a training ground. Then, you fast forward to the power vacuum after 9/11, and suddenly all these militant groups start popping up, which led to the official creation of the Pakistani Taliban, the TTP, in 2007. Now, Pakistan has launched huge military operations to fight back, but man, this threat just does not seem to go away.
And the cost? Wow. The human cost for Pakistan has been absolutely devastating. Look at this number, 32,204. That's how many Pakistani civilians and security forces have been killed in this fight since 2001. Just let that sink in. It's an unbelievable price to pay.
So who exactly is behind these attacks? It's really important to get this. We're not talking about one single enemy here. There are different groups involved, and they all want very different things. Basically, you've got two main players. First, there are the Baloch separatists, like the BLA. For them, it's a nationalist fight. They're in this resource-rich province, Waziristan, and they see China coming in and basically exploiting their land. They feel like they're getting nothing out of it. Then you've got the TTP, the Pakistani Taliban. Their fight is totally different. It's ideological. They're at war with the Pakistani government, and they see China as propping that government up, which makes them a target. And what makes the TTP so tricky is geography. They can just slip across the border into Afghanistan, where they have safe places to hide and plan. From there, they launch these cross-border attacks, which are an absolute nightmare for Pakistani forces to stop. It's a huge, ongoing problem. So you can imagine, with all this going on, Beijing is not happy. Not at all. We've seen a huge shift in their attitude, from quiet, behind-the-scenes chats to some very public and very angry frustration. You can literally watch the frustration build. At first, it was all quiet diplomacy, back-channel stuff, but the attacks kept happening. So then China started demanding better security, publicly, and now we're at a breaking point. They're issuing furious warnings and even hitting the pause button on major projects. That Shangla attack really seems to have been the last straw. Afterwards, China actually halted work on 2 CPEC projects. That is a huge deal. It's a rare move for them, and it sends a crystal clear message. Our patience is gone, and your security failures are now costing you money.
So yeah, this puts Pakistan in an unbelievably tough spot. It's a super high-stakes problem, and there are just no easy answers on the table.
Just look at the economics of this. It's insane. CPEC has brought in over 155,000 jobs, which is great, but the economic cost of all this terrorism? A jaw-dropping $126.7 billion. The cost of the problem is literally dwarfing the benefits of the solution.
And if Pakistan doesn't get a handle on this, the fallout could be catastrophic. I mean, you could see Chinese investment dry up. Pakistan's reputation as a place to do business would be shot
scaring off everyone else. They could lose their most important backer on the world stage, and it would weaken their #1 defense partnership. It's a domino effect, and it's all bad.
And here's the kicker, the really big picture risk. If Pakistan looks too unstable for too long, China might just start looking elsewhere. They could start building stronger ties with other countries in the region, maybe even India, to find safer places for their money. If that happens, it would completely redraw the strategic map of South Asia.
Which really brings us back to the one question that matters most. It's a tightrope walk with no safety net. Can Pakistan actually stamp out these threats without destroying its most important alliance in the process?
Honestly, right now, nobody has the answer. The only thing that seems certain is that the future of this ironclad friendship and maybe the stability of the whole region is hanging by a thread.